Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your climes. Um, my name is Robert Kelechi Siodu, and today I'm going to try to record the process or the procedure one would have to follow in installing the Igbo keyboard. This keyboard is based on work done by Oge Nnadi. I have extended the functionality on the keyboard itself, and I have called my extension of Oge's fundamental work the Igbo Publishers Edition. This is the keyboard that I'll proceed to install this morning, and I'm making a little video of it. You can see, I hope you can see anyway, my mouse moving on my screen. This is my PC. I'm running a Windows XP, the operating system. I'm running that operating system on my PC here. It's an old PC, has just one processor, and it's an old Compaq. I'm hoping you can see the Compaq label. Yes, it is the Compaq. I'm presently on the Dropbox. I'm going to download my copy of the keyboard, which I keep here just so it's accessible. The Dropbox is just a way of storing information, documents on the cloud. So I'm going to download the Igbo keyboard. This keyboard exists as a PDF. A zip file. A zip file is a compressed file. You then download that compressed file and unzip it, and then proceed to use it. Stored it in a special folder. I'm just going to download it now. That's it. igboPub.zip. I'm using Chrome. You'd probably be using a different browser. This is essentially the same sort of thing you'd have to do if you were downloading the NKL keyboard off of Oge Nnadi's site. This is downloaded. Now I'm going to proceed to show the file in Explorer, and that's it. This particular file I'm just going to list here so that it is visible what I'm doing. Now that's the Igbo keyboard. Let me just try and zoom in, make this a bit tighter, and hope that you would see. As you can see, that's Igbo Pub that's freshly downloaded. Okay, it's a zipped or compressed folder. That's how essentially you see. Notice that icon. That icon is for compressed folders on the Windows XP operating system. I'm sorry about the ambience. From time to time, you might hear my young daughter. I'm trying to teach her how to speak Igbo, deal in Igbo. You might hear her from time to time making demands. I don't really care much about it. I'm recording at home, and so bound to be some interference, since I am babysitting as well. I know it's highly professional, but this I am doing for my friends, so I'm hoping it doesn't distract you. I try as much as possible to keep hard disruptions to the minimum. Okay, then with this keyboard downloaded, you proceed to uninstall it. It's zipped in a folder, so as soon as you click, you're going to have this, for instance. You can see the folder, and you just click to the sides to extract. Let me just zoom out a little so you can see some of the activity, and there you go. It says extract all files just to the left of your screen. You do that, the wizard runs, then you can extract to any other folder, but I've chosen to use this one. Okay, Demechi, go over there and go and watch TV. I'm busy. Go on, quick. Go and watch TV. Good. Go and watch TV. JNNA TV. Good girl. So just extracting that, and it has extracted. I'm going to show my extracted files there. Okay, and no time now. That's another folder has been launched. I'm just going to make it central, and that is the EvoPub folder showing. Okay, now you need to get in the EvoPub folder, sorry, and run the setup file. This is the setup file there. Okay, it's shaped like a globe, mounted on something anyway. It's a globe mount icon. You could just double click on that real quick. Now there. Okay, before I run the setup file, which you have seen, it's important to show you this process is important because many people fall down here. It's important to show you the language bar. Usually when you don't know the language bar or haven't used the language bar, it is recessed toward near the clock area of your PC, just this area right here, and you can see just showing us a little bit of text. A text button is showing us EN, United Kingdom, and just make that flash up, or perhaps I can zoom in, make you see it a bit more. You can see it there. Now that is where you should expect to see the language bar. At the moment, it's recessed in the tax bar. This whole area in your PC is called the tax bar. Now, if you right click, you should see it. Or no, but if you left right click a little, you should copy your options. Now it says restore the language bar. Now what this does is to make the language bar float towards the top of your screen, which we're going to do. It's important to have the language bar floating towards the top of your screen, because that's where you always have it. It's accessible. Instead of in that little corner just by the clock, it's best to actually make it fill up your screen. I'm just going to click on that real quick, and that language bar now floats around the top. I just make you see that real quick. There you go. There you go. I don't know if you can quite see it, but you're going to notice something like this floating towards the top of your screen. It's now the language bar. It has English, United Kingdom, microphone, a few tools. Alright, I'm just going to perhaps I should minimize my browser so that you can get a bit more insight into where the language bar is situated. There you go. It's actually clearly now towards the top of my screen, as you can see. There. That's the language bar. Now when you've done that, you can see that it shows English, United Kingdom. It shows a microphone. I'm just zooming in real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. Alright, very clear now. There you go. That's what the language bar looks like. Okay, it will float towards the top of your screen, and there you have it. Alright, now with things set up exactly like this, now we're now ready to run the setup file, which we're going to run real quick there. And when we run it, we just wait for it to display a message about the keyboard being installed, ready to use. After the keyboard has been installed, what we then do is to go to the language bar and activate the keyboard. Once we have done that, the keyboard is ready to use. It's phenomenal because it lets you add diacritics, lets you experiment with dots. The publisher's edition, I've tried to expand it to include signals, symbols like the copyright symbol, the trademarks symbol for registered trademarks, a few of the tool marks that we use, a few other paragraph marks, just things that you find necessary. There is a guide anyway. When you open it and look at the README file, you see what you get over and above just installing the NKL from Oge's website. Nothing wrong with Oge's website. I have based my work on the work that he has done, and is much to be lauded. I just found that I had to extend the keyboard a little to be able to use it for some of the work I do as an aspiring Evo publisher. Okay, now you can see the message right there on the screen. It says Evo Publishers Edition has been successfully installed. That's the keyboard. That's the message you would get when you have finished. Now you close this. I'm just going to close it real quick. That tells me that my keyboard is installed. I'm going to proceed to close many of the files that I have, many of the folders that I have open. I'm going to close them real quick so that my screen is clear. I'm going to show you that language bar. Now with the language bar still floating, right at the top of your screen. Zooming in a little so you can see how it is. You can see two things. You see English United Kingdom, that is the default language. You're also going to see a keyboard icon. That shows you that your keyboards now, whereas you didn't have keyboards showing before, your keyboards now are ready. There is a default keyboard that is showing there. English United Kingdom is ready to be used. But if you double right click, you can see that, not right click but left click, sorry, you can see that there's an Igbo Publishers Edition now, which is, you know, comes from the installation that you did. Now with that, you can see a check mark next to the English, showing that the English is selected. Now it would be nice to just click on that real quick, and that changes Igbo Publishers Edition. You can see English Igbo Publishers Edition. Now you're ready to test that keyboard. Okay, now I have retained Oge settings completely, and I have extended the keyboard somewhat, so you're going to see a few extended signs. So I'm just going to launch WordPad, which is a standard thing. You can test in the word processor. It will work in the browser as well. And obviously, for the work we do, we like you to use browsers because we want to be able to use Diacritics online. That is the main thrust of the movement that we're pushing. This is my WordPad application that has launched. I'm going to do the union test real quick. Those who have seen me demonstrate the NKL technique know about the union test. Just to type the normal diacritic bearing characters. I started to type and it switched back to English United Kingdom. You need to see that that's happening on the language bar. Now that is the trick. You actually have to watch your language bar each time and make sure that the language bar has Igbo Publishers Editions showing as your keyboard option. So I'm going to just change it back. Make sure I'm clicking on the word application. It's application based. The switch is based on application. So for each application that you launch, you change your keyboard appropriately so that it has the intake language, the input language, United Kingdom English, and the Igbo Publishers Edition showing. So that allows you to produce characters. Because the English language is based on the Latin set, as does the Igbo language, Onwu cartography. So we now have the same thing. We're ready to test now. I'm just going to zoom in real quick so you can see the test as it's happening live. Just going to type union. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to steady my camera as well. Now, union, with that showing, there you go. See, now that is the I, the O, and the N, which is the Naira sign that we use. It doesn't show in WordPad, but it shows up in the browser. There you go. Now that's it in small letters. We're going to try that real quick. You have that as well. Domichi, what's the matter? You bashed your head, didn't you? Because you were jumping around. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. And that's the test, really. Let's just see what work in the browser. We're going to just change this real quick, and I'm just going to get to a browser and show you how that works as well. If I were going to type something in this browser, for instance, this is the wrong place to be, really. Let's go there. And just type, it says write something right here, and I'm just going to do the language test real quick. It just changed back. If you see my language bar, that's changed back, and actually change it to the language bar, Igbo Publishers Edition. There you go. Let's keep doing this. Sometimes it will default after a while. I'm going to do U N I O N. See, that's the union test. That means my keyboard is essentially working. I can produce diacritics. The extension I have given it is to produce a few other characters. See, that's the tone mark. That's a key. So I have all those tone marks and special characters being produced by this keyboard. And that essentially is my demonstration. A bit rushed. I plan to do something better, but let's hope you can use this for now. Every intelligent person should be able to use this. But I know I haven't done it professionally, and I'll do this again. Thank you. Bye.